And we're back. Another episode of the Fuego y Sonrisa podcast. My name is Señor Sonrisa 777.
Hey, your boy Fuego.
And we're back. I just want to say happy Father's Day. Mexican Father's Day. Just saying that. Because I know a lot of people are able to go out there and, you know, have some ice cream with their dad and stuff like that. Just appreciate your father, because you know, that's your guy right there. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna teach you other things that your mom can't. There's certain things your mom will teach you, but there's certain things your dad has to teach you. Like there's like self-discipline, you know, discipline, respect, authority, stuff like that you're gonna get from your father more than your mother. So just appreciate that. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah. Same thing. I just want to say happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Hope you guys all had a great Father's Day, and you know, give a shout out to the dads, because we don't get, you know what I'm saying, we don't get as much love. No disrespect to the mom, you know, you guys deserve everything, but you know, fathers too, man. Fathers deserve a lot too, because they also teach you like how to be independent and how to get things done and how to move forward in life without needing or be codependent. So I think that's something that people don't value from dads, that I hope people do nowadays, because yeah, man, dads are freaking cool. And yeah, so I really hope you guys have a dope Father's Day or have one. And yeah, man, glad to be back.
So now you're talking about fatherhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was it when you first became a father? How was it for you?
It was dope. At first, I'll be honest, nah, cause
scared shitless, or
hell yeah. I was like 18 years old and I hadn't even had a job yet. Like I had done like summer stuff, but I haven't had like a full job actually. And you know, me and my daughter's mom, we were still in high school.
Yeah.
So
you still got that kid mentality, right?
Yeah. So it's like you know, being a father is like the last thing that's on my mind. But hey, man, I wasn't being responsible either. So hey, but honestly, it all came out cool, because the cool thing is, like, you know, we were in love and we did love each other, and we got a daughter out of it. So hey,
that's
it's
crazy.
A win-win. But yeah, but just for myself, it was more like, you know, I got scared. Like I didn't know what to do. Like, how am I supposed to raise? Like, I don't even know how to take care of myself still. So yeah, just I didn't know what to do. Like I was really scared at the time. So I guess that's just my message to guys out there. I know it's cool to like be wild and frisky and everything at a young age, but you know, just use protection. Just be safe. Wait until like you have your goals and you actually have a path that you have, or a career that you already have. I know things happen for a reason. That's why I don't knock on me or anything that happened, because I'm happy it happened. But that would be something I would recommend to the young guys, is just, hey, like, wait until you're established, so that, you know, you're able to provide for your child as much as you should, because you are the father and you are going to provide. So just be ready for that, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that you've had that, you've been a father for a while. So what's something that you've been wanting to do? Like, what's something that you're grateful for now that you're a father? I mean, besides your kid, right? You're a father, you got your kid, stuff like that. What's something that you, I guess, I'm trying to figure out the right words to say, but something that you probably learned while being a father that you probably wouldn't have learned if you were single?
I wouldn't.
Take a second to think about it.
Yeah. I'd say starting off, it would be more knowing that I had to get my life in order, because since I was young at the time and not really focusing on anything, I mean, we're all young. I was more open to just being reckless and getting drunk and doing whatever the hell I wanted and not caring. But you know, once my daughter was born, at first I still wasn't really thinking like that. Like I knew she was born, but I still didn't know what I was supposed to do with my life. Like I knew I was supposed to provide for her, but I didn't understand that. Like I knew what you do, but I didn't get what do you mean, like, be responsible for her? What do you mean provide for her? Like, what do you mean? What am I supposed to do? Like, I have to work? And then like, you know, and then it's just like a lot of things that you weren't taught as a kid, that now you have a kid and now you're expected to do these things that you don't even know how to even do, you know? And by having her made me have to go learn all those skills, because if it wasn't for her, I don't know if I would have learned everything that I know today. Like, honestly, it's what it was. Like, that was like one of my driving forces, because I would think about my life, and like whenever I was hungover or whatever, I always imagine, like, man, like, is it worth it? Like, is it worth it, me not having these skills and me just still getting drunk? Like, is it worth it for her? And it just gave me the confidence to be a man and actually be a father to her and try my best to be in her life, because, you know, she don't deserve me not being in her life, and she also deserves me to teach her and guide her and be the best that I can for her, because she's a kid and she needs somebody who's gonna, you know, guide her along her life when things are going wrong, or whenever she thinks she's making a mistake, or whenever she has a question. It's nice to know that you can turn to your father, and maybe he might not have all the answers, but at least
some guidance. And
shit, at least something. Like, at least I have somebody, and I think that's what really taught me a lot. Like, having her and getting older was that knowing that it's not about me anymore, that it's about her, and I have to be my best every single day, even when I'm hurting or if I'm super tired. Like I had to figure some way to get through it, and it's never easy, but it's something that I like look forward to every day, even when some days don't feel that good.
Such a blessing.
Yeah, that's like a really good question, brother. I had never thought about it like that.
Yeah, I mean, when we're single, I mean, really, I can speak for other people and for myself, because I've seen it, and there has been scientific studies to show between the ages of like 18 to 25, you are just kind of wilding. You know, you're not really, you don't have really responsibilities. I mean, yeah, some people go to university, but let's be honest. Are you really studying? Are you really going for parties and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? And let's be honest. I used to go to university. Used to go out and, you know, go to frat parties and meet chicks there and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I understand. Like, I understand being young, wild, and free. You know what I'm saying? Like that song goes. But I guess it's different. You know, once all of a sudden, you know, an event happens where you all of a sudden have to kind of grow up. In a sense where it's like, it's not about me anymore. It's not about trying to fulfill my hedonistic, you know, like trying to just do me, not just smoking weed, not just drinking all the time, not just hooking up with hella female. I guess it seems like it just be honest with you, it just mans you up. Becomes you either, it's like a survival of the fittest almost. Either man up or step aside, pretty much. Yeah, shout out my boy John Cena. I mean, I know you did it for him, but that line reminds me of him. Step up or step aside, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's either you grow a pair and you decide, you know, this is a much bigger than just me, or you become wild and reckless and you know, become self-destructive. Yeah, and it's true, because I like, I'm not saying you have to do this, like, you have to do it. I'm not. Oh, I didn't mean by that. My bad. I'm tripping. The way a man was like, I understand, but I'm not saying I agree with why men like have kids and they just disappear, because the moment that child is born, like responsibilities become a thing. Like, it's a real thing that happens in that moment. Like, you can't run away from it. Like, you can't run away from what's going to be expected the moment the child is born. Like, you can't. And like, even though, you know, me and my daughter's mom, we broke up, and in a sense I was kind of free from it, in the back of my head I always knew that, like, I couldn't just leave because, hey, I have a kid and there's no way I can just like abandon her. There's no way I can just leave her because she's here, like, you know. And I understand why dudes like go away from it and just leave, because they know what comes with it, and it takes a lot to really step up, even at anything like that. Like, I get why dudes run away and like they never see their kids. I don't think it's cool, but I understand, because it's a lot that you get asked for in that moment that child is born, and that's like a big responsibility. Like, for real. Like, I never thought about it at the time, but the more I'm like more involved and the more I start seeing things, the more I know a lot is being asked of me to do. And yeah, man, like I mean, yeah, it's crazy. There's, as a man, like, you're kind of have you know, you gotta step up, right? And when you don't, it kind of shows the type of person you are. It's like a test, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things happen in life, and it tests you. It tests your ability to handle change and handle, you know, circumstances, consequences, stuff like that. Being a father is one of them. Like, it's the biggest one, I think, in my opinion. I've seen people who didn't have kids all of a sudden, become parents, and just pivoting. I mean, it was like the best thing that happened to them in a sense, because they became more responsible. They became, more focused on a career. They became more driven, ambitious. I know it's weird, and I'm not saying for people who are in a bad relationship to have a kid. If you do that, you're fucked. Like, if you're already so when you have a kid, it amplifies everything. When you're married, it amplifies everything. It doesn't shut things down or anything. It actually amplifies. So if you're already in a bad place, it's just gonna amplify it even louder. And so you thought having an argument with your spouse was bad. Shit, imagine being married with them and sleeping with them every single day. So don't do that, you know what I'm saying? But it also, like I said, it also amplifies. So in a way, people who are in a good relationship, they have to make a choice. Do I want to still live this wild young lifestyle, or do I want to be a parent? And when they make that choice to be a parent, they become a better version of themselves, because they figured out, oh shit, life isn't just all about me, or about hot girl summer and going out there and being wild, and it's not all about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Life, there's more to life than just alcohol, sex, drugs, getting experiences or traveling. There's more to life than all that. There's more to life than that. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a level up. I don't know how to explain it. I see people who didn't have kids and then had kids, and it's just a way different experience.
Definitely. Like the ones who really step up,
It's interesting to see the whole growth process.
And it's like, it's not knocking anybody, but I mean, I've also met people too who and it's gonna be changing the whole. It's gonna change the whole vibe. It's gonna change the whole vibe.
Let's go.
Oh well. But I've also seen it too, because I don't want to make it sound like it's all rainbows and sunshine. Like, I've also seen parents who become parents, or parents who became parents, and some of them, they front this lifestyle of being a good parent. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up to say, but for the views or for the likes and stuff like that. And to me, it's like, I don't knock nobody, because I'm not perfect, bro, and there's a lot of things I can be judged for. But also también, it really comes down to, like how you said, the character is really who is this person that's really having it. So I don't really judge anybody, because I don't really know them like that.
Right.
But I always get this sense where maybe it isn't how it's portrayed. Maybe it's not like that. So
it's interesting. I mean, it's interesting how other parents try to parent other parents. It's like, but there's no one single way to parent. There is a guidance, there is a system in a sense, but there isn't a perfect way. People are human, and humans make mistakes. And if you think you're perfect, then you're the worst of them all. But I mean, you just gotta find, I guess, your rhythm and flow. There's I don't remember the couple of on YouTube, but there was a couple on YouTube, and they only adopted a kid because they wanted more YouTube views and shit.
Oh wow, bro.
Yeah, and but they really, behind the scenes, they were treating him like shit. They were messing with him, playing all these psychological tricks, not really treating him like an equal person, like a part of the family. They would treat him less than. So there's people like that too. I mean, there's people that just get kids that have. I mean, it's very unfortunate for those kids, because it's like, damn, you're just gonna adopt a human being, a little kid to raise that usually you're supposed to raise and love, just for the views and clicks, bro. That's hella shady. I thought girls shaking their ass for clicks is bad, but nah. I mean, people adopting kids just to get the views, man. That's a whole nother level of evil, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's so crazy. Man, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that's the thing. It's just being aware. You know, like that's why my recommendation is, I mean, don't follow me because I'm not perfect. Like I'm not. Like I just try my best and live my life as best as I can and be like the best, you know, for my daughter. But other than that, like that's the only thing I would say is just, hey, like regardless of what happens with you and the mother, or the mother and the father, you know, if ladies are hearing it, regardless of what happens in that relationship, if it ends, hey, it ends, because things always happen for a reason. But the thing is just, you know, really like, at least just try your best to like be there, like for your child or childs, you know, or children. I mean, because they don't deserve none of anything that happens.
Not just that, but like, if those kids don't have two parents, I mean, there has been scientific studies to show that they tend to have a lot of other problems. You know, there was, you know, in the beginning they would always focus on motherhood and the mother, and yeah, it's really important.
Yeah.
You know, having your mom there and having her show you certain things, that's definitely important. But now recently, we're starting to see studies of like when there's no father, and it does affect the kids. Like there's a lot of women that you know, that it's kind of funny. The stereotype is true though. Like a lot of women that are like strippers and like in the sex industry, like most of them have like daddy issues.
Yeah, for real.
And that's the, you know, we always joke about it and stuff like that, but it's true. Like when you don't have that presence of that disciplinary presence, that presence of honor and you know what I'm saying. There's a certain type of vibe a man brings that a woman just can't. It's just focused on a career. You know, there's certain traits a man will bring that are different than a woman. A woman will bring their feminine energy, and a man will bring his masculine. So when that masculine energy isn't there to balance the feminine, it affects both women and men. Like that's why there's a lot of like men that are just like people pleasing, and I know a lot of people call them, you know, they call them simps or they call them beta, but it's just men that are just haven't found that masculine energy. You know, you grow up and you see Disney movies and you see all these guys, you know, trying to win the girl, and they're chasing and you know, and the woman doesn't want him in the beginning, but eventually she falls for him in the end, and there's all this like just very feminine, like it just shows a lot of men this feminine role, and men tend to believe that because they don't have a masculine to kind of guide them. You know what I'm saying? There's no when are you gonna see a Disney movie about like a you know, a father, career driven father, you know, supporting his kid, or you know, doing something where it shows the masculine energy? There's not really a lot of Disney stuff like that. I don't know, maybe I haven't seen it, but recently, I mean, maybe it's out there somewhere, you know, in the Disney Plus universe. I haven't seen.
No way.
I don't have Disney Plus. I you know, I don't got, you know, I don't roll with Disney Plus. I roll with Netflix all the way. Let's go. But now I haven't seen like a lot of that type of behavior or that type of story, you know, where the father's there and he guides the kid to be a better man than he is, or stuff like that. You know, there's like one or two movies I can think of, like maybe like Lion King or something like that. But but still, it's always like the kid, he still falls in love and this and that. It's still like a love story, you know. But we're living in an age where a lot of guys are getting raised by their mothers, and shout out to all the mothers out there who, you know, supporting the kids, because, you know, they're sacrificing, you know, they're working 2 or 3 jobs, you know, taking care of the kids. That's a big, you know, ordeal. Shout out to all those mothers out there. At the same time, but we should also appreciate the fathers who actually stick with it and do provide that loving, caring, supportive, you know, relationship, and help balance that energy. You know what I'm saying? Because we need that now, and that's why, like, I shout out to I listen to the Roommates a lot. You know what I'm saying? I think they're a cool ass podcast.
Shout out the Roommates.
I think they provide a lot of information that men seek, and with the internet nowadays, there's a lot of misinformation. So it's good for them to actually narrow down and put like a plan for men to go out there and be the best they can be.
Yeah, true. And just from like experience too, it's like, you know, like I had my stepfather, and I never really got to meet my dad. Like by the time I found out about him and everything, I realized he passed away. He had just passed away. So rest in peace, father. And to me, it was like, it was that, like, yeah, I had my stepdad, but I never had gotten that masculine energy. I never had that, like, real guidance. Like, I got tips here and there from my stepdad, but I never got, like, that real, like, like the masculine leadership, like, ability to actually lead and provide. I think that's one of the main reasons why I was so wild when I was a kid, because I didn't have a guidance. I didn't have somebody that I had my brothers and stuff, but we were all like in the same loop, in the same
energy,
in a loop in the same sense. And my mom tried her best too, so it's all good. But it's just like not having that father figure there does a lot to kids. Like it does a whole lot. And then now they got to go out there and be productive in life, and it's hard on them as well, because like. Then they gotta, they gotta go to work, and they gotta deal with these things that they're dealing with and all that. And I'm not saying you're gonna go out there and be a victim, because hey, things happen for a reason and it all happened.
Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, when you don't have your father there, like it really does a lot. It really does a lot. And that's one of my main pillars with my daughters. Like, I want to be there because I know how much it means to have a father in your
By the way, congrats for being a great dad.
Thanks, brother. Because I know the feeling, like I know what it's like, so I wouldn't, that's why I wouldn't. And that's the reason why I kind of get on parents is for that. Like I understand that maybe your life wasn't as great and probably dealt with worse things than I have ever dealt with in my life, because there's a lot of things I'm very fortunate for, and that's why I'm here today, even though I made a lot of mistakes too. But yeah, that's why I kind of get on them, because hey, like once the child is born, bro, it's like, hey, now it's the mother and father, like now it's time to advance. It's not like oh, now I can kind of relax and do my thing, now I'm settled. Like it's not like winning once the child's born and I won, I'm set for life. Nah, you win by how your child is productive in life, how they do when they get older. That's what it's all about. And that's one thing too, that
and their values and the character that they bring to
it's
the
like
world.
It would make me proud, right? It would make me proud to know, like, my daughter is successful in whatever the hell she wants to do. That makes me happy, because I go, okay, at least me and her mom tried our best to bring all the tools for her to succeed. That makes me happy. But to be like, oh, well, my child's born and whatever they do is they do, that's their life. Like, what? Like, no, that's not why you have kids. You have kids because you want them to be successful in life.
Or like the gringo style, which is like they're 18 and yeah, vas a la verga, fucking 18 and they boot them out, that's, I mean, there's different types of cultures and stuff like that, but I think personally, growing up as a Hispanic kid, just being out there and just being with their kids from now until, the day you die, at least in the Latino culture is more traditional, so they're more into like being with their kids long term versus just giving them the boot. I mean, there's parents out there that are just 18 and you're fucking already out in the streets. You're on your own, kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a little bit extreme in my opinion.
But I'm not gonna lie though. If the baby's in like college, then no, right? Like no. But if she's like not doing anything, then yeah, bro, I'm gonna start giving her a little push. Like, hey, you're 18 now. Like, go start doing something. Like, go start going to college. Like, I will start pushing a little bit. Not because I'm afraid of her not succeeding, but because I don't want her not to feel like she doesn't have to do anything. Like, nah, bro, you here. Like, you're here. You have to always do something.
So let's talk about this, right? I'm curious of your opinion.
Shoot it from the hip.
Let's go. One of my favorite comedians is George Carlin, right? So one of the things that he talks about, and I'm so like, I love about him, and he's very like straightforward and direct. One of the things he talks about is child worship, and the way he calls child worship is when the parents are trying to live through their kids, live through their accomplishments. And so they have all those bumper stickers like, my kid is an honor roll student, blah, blah, blah. My kid is this, my kid is that. So I'm just kind of curious, what do you think about that? Like, what do you think about those parents that are trying to live through the accomplishment of their children?
It depends. If they're doing it in a toxic way, then obviously I'm not for it. And by toxic, I mean like, like that's what they do. Like, oh yeah, like we can be having a real conversation, and then you just drop like, oh yeah, but my child went to Harvard and yours went to City College. Like, that's when I get mad. Like, whoa, hold up.
Yeah. Now
you're crossing the line, because now you're telling me they're better than my child. Like, that's when I get upset. That's why I wouldn't do that. Regardless of where Neve is, I don't care. And that's something I want to teach her too, is to keep that humbleness. But yeah, I don't like stuff like that. I don't think I mean, it's cool to be proud of them, but for you not to show off, like. It's cool to talk about it though, you know.
Yeah.
Like like if Neve went to Harvard, it's nice to be like and like in a conversation like, oh, what's Neve do? And I'm like, oh, she goes to Harvard. Like, of course I'm gonna feel cool about it. Like, hell yeah, because it's nice to know that she's there. But to be like, what does your kid do?
Yeah.
And then it's like, because I mean, I've had it.
That's what I think. That's what he means by travelers.
Okay.
You've seen those bumper stickers, right? And I always like roll my eyes when I'm like, oh my god, you really gonna like. The kid is an honor roll. How many bumper stickers do you need? Like this kid's an honor roll. Now they went to this university. Now they went to like wow. Like there's a lot of parents out there. They don't have once their kids go to college or once they have kids, they don't have any more goals for themselves. You know what I'm saying? They just focus on the kids, and which is cool, right? You know that's the whole. You know we're having this whole conversation about parenthood, fatherhood, and now we're talking about kids. So it's cool to do that. It's cool to be proud of your kids, but it's not good to live through your kids. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of families that do that shit, and that's why they have all these accomplishments from their kids, but they don't have anything for themselves because they're just they're trying to like live the best life through them. It's like, bro, you're 60 years old, bro, why are you trying to live through your 25-year-old kid? You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make sense. You should try to have your own dreams and goals and accomplishments.
Yeah, for real, like, hell yeah, I agree with that too. It's like, I have Neve, but it doesn't mean that now I have to put everything on her. It's like, nah, it's like, I'm still trying to, we're going with the podcast, we're doing things that we want to still keep doing. Because we want to write our own stories. Like, I still want to write my story. Just because I have Neve doesn't mean I'm done and retired. It's like, nah, it's like, I still got a whole life that I need to go accomplish too before I go. So yeah, I don't want stuff like that, and I've already dealt with it too, like in my personal life. It's just people thinking they're like better than me.
Or, for real? Like, can you give an example? You don't have to go into super detail.
Yeah, but it's just like that. Just like, oh, you work there. Oh, then now I'm less like, what? Oh, you didn't go to college? Oh, I'm like, all right. Yeah, like
it used to be a big thing too. Like,
it used to be worse.
Yeah, it used to be worse when it came to college. Like, oh, your kid went to Merrimack? Oh my god, my kid went to Merrimack. Like, what the fuck? It's like, why you like? That's pretty sad that you have to live through somebody else's accomplishments to make yourself feel better. It's pretty. That's a pretty sad existence. You gave up your life goals and dreams because you feel like you're done or whatever, and now you're trying to live it through your kid. What if they do something that you don't like? Does that mean you don't? How does that work? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, then that goes under the rug, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Now it's under the rug. It's like, oh yeah, like, oh, but didn't this happen to them? I don't know what you're talking about. Like, oh, okay. That's why when people are like stuck up like that or whatever. That's why I just lose all respect in that moment, because it's like, you know how life is. There's a lot of crap that happens. Like, there's no way that you're gonna be better than me when I already know how life is. Like, come on.
I forgot how George Carlin puts it, but he does a funny thing where he's like, your private school kid is selling drugs to my public school kid or something like that. That's good. Yeah. It's like, because there's all these there's rich parents that send their kids to private school and they think they're like the best in the West and shit like that. So like, your private school kid is giving head to like my public school kid. They're selling drugs to my
Yeah.
He has a skit. It's hilarious, man.
No, it's true though too. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's just like think about it. Like, all the girls are like, or like all like right in like high or whatever, right? All like the preppy girls are the ones who go to private school. They're like whatever, high school, whatever. They're always with the bad dudes that don't even go to that school. They're always with the Chad and the Tyrones from like, and you know what I'm saying, from like. Yeah,
they're the ones giving head in the boys' bathroom.
Yeah, like they're the ones over here doing all this stuff. And it's not the knock on the girls or the dude. It's not a knock on them. It's on the parents who are supposedly bragging about these so-called kids that are going to these.
They're
schools.
Teenagers, man. Teenagers gonna do what teenagers gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, whether they're preppy or they're public, it don't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Teenagers are gonna fuck. They're gonna do whatever they want. They're gonna drink. They're gonna smoke. That you as a parent has to be, you got to be the responsible one.
Yeah, that's what you need to be focused about. Not about nobody else and what they're doing. Focus about what's going on in that moment. So yeah, bro. I don't know. To me, I take that personal. Like, for real. Like, I don't like when people are like that. When they try to be above others or try to step over them to make themselves feel better about themselves. Like, bro, you're not happy with yourself. That's you. Like, you're not gonna make me feel less. I'm just not gonna respect.
How many
you.
antidepressants are you on?
Yeah, straight up, bro. That's a good question, but yeah, it doesn't get me mad, but yeah, bro.
I can see you're passionate about it.
Yeah, bro. I lose all respect in that moment, bro. I'm like, I'm like, okay, like, yeah, it's just like I don't want that around my kids. I don't know. Yeah, no.
There's entitlement too.
Yeah.
That's just the worst.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's the word entitlement.
Yeah.
That's what I couldn't think of it. I was like, how do you say the word? Yeah, entitlement. Yeah, just the entitlement.
I kind of want to switch subjects.
Alright.
So now that we were talking about, I'm gonna kind of go back to it. We were talking about men, not finding their purpose or not being in their masculine energy and stuff like that. So I want to say this to men, like, and I understand as men we're more impulsive. I mean, we're logical, but we're also kind of impulsive when it comes to like females. Like I see a lot of men, they go out there and they see this one girl at work and oh my god, they get obsessive, and it's like, come on, man, like you don't even know her you don't know her last name, you don't even know like if she's a good person, you haven't even got to know her, like yeah, she's hot, she got a nice body, stuff like that, but there has to be more depth, and I just kind of want to talk about that, like
alright.
I just want to talk about men just trying to be the best of themselves and not just worry, not just to be on Oneitis. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I think we need to start getting rid of that shit. That shit is so bad. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, my question is, what made you bring it up? Like, why? Like, how did it come up?
Well, I like to listen to podcasts. I like to also reflect and learn from my mistakes, because I made a mistake too. I was earlier, like this is like maybe my mid-20s or earlier, before I was always like, oh, it has to be one to one, like, oh, like if you're gonna go on a date, it should just be one person and this and that. But the problem when you do that is you're putting so much weight on it, like you're putting pressure on yourself first, like to achieve, and if you don't achieve that one, then it's like you seem like a catastrophic failure. 2, you're putting that pressure on the other person, and if they don't meet your expectations, then you're gonna be disappointed, and you're setting yourself up for failure, in my opinion. You're putting all this weight and pressure on two people, on yourself and the other person, and if for whatever reason, if she doesn't even give you the time of day or her phone number or whatever, she may not even like you for. It could just be like a rip in your jeans, or a fucking your hairdo, or your color, the color of your eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it can be simple things, and she may not even like you. You may not even be her type, or stuff like that. So you're putting all this pressure, like all these guys, like, oh my god, there's this girl at work, and and like she works in this department, and we talk a little bit. It's like,
she goes to lunch at 3:30.
Right. you need to stop all that. I feel like that's such a bad behavior, and you're setting yourself up for failure. You're pretty much, you're putting all your chips. If you're playing, the roulette table, you're putting all your chips on the number 2 instead of like on red or on black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel like, guys, just get rid of, try to get over that Oneitis. Try to diversify your portfolio when it comes to dating.
Yeah.
Try to date a few chicks at a time, and then get to know them. Because you don't want to be with somebody who either you don't know, has different values of you, different goals. Those are all things that, you want to kind of have that in the back of your head. Like, do we have the same values? Do the values, do they match up? If one person is more family and the other person is more wild, those are going to clash.
Yeah.
If one person is, wants to travel and the other person wants to settle down and grow a family, those are going to clash. Financial values, like, does one person spend more than the other? Or do you guys have the same financial literacy? That's going to clash too if you guys if you're not on the same page. And then there's like roles. So if does the man want to lead, or does the woman want to lead, or is it egalitarian? Is it equal? Those are gonna clash. Like, these are some values or things just to think about. Like when you're thinking about somebody, And because there's so many guys just want to go out there and fucking get a ring on a girl. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. You don't want to get a ring on her.
Oh man,
You just want that punani. Come on, just be serious. You know what I'm saying? You just want to smash, and there's nothing wrong with just wanting to smash, in my opinion. But you got to be upfront with yourself, and you got to be like, not put so much weight on one person, and know your value and know your worth. Because a lot of that shit comes from insecurity. It comes from having a starving mindset, like. Meaning, like, you just think, what is it? Starving? No, scarcity mindset.
That's scarcity, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where it's just like, oh my god, there's not enough resources, there's not enough women, let me just hook onto one and just hopefully she'll be the one and this and that, you know what I'm saying? You know, so we need to break out of that pattern. Just get out of that, because I'm telling you, from my past experience, when you just put one person on a pedestal and you're putting all this weight on that person, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Well said. And just to kind of add on that too, like, remember this too, fellas. This girl who you think that, like, damn, she's bad and all this stuff or whatever, just know you're not the only dude she's talking to.
Oh yeah.
And you're not the first option.
Mm-hmm.
So remember that. Like, you may think that like, oh yeah, like, she's only talking to me and there's nobody else, and that's the reason why you get so jealous when she talks to somebody else, because you think for some reason that she isn't. But bro, she's got 5 or 6 dudes, even more, bro. I would say like 100, because now you're talking about all these social medias, you're talking about online dating, you're talking about at work, you're talking about her going to the grocery store. There's a lot of dudes who are lined up ready,
especially if she's fine.
Yeah. So, like, and that's not to discourage fellas, it's just to give you an idea that don't put a girl first, because you're not going to be her first choice. Some guy's gonna mess up here and there, and then it's gonna be your turn. So yeah, bro, just focus on you, focus on your path, and keep going. And if you meet chicks here and there, keep doing it till you find one that you like, and if you want to be with them, then hell yeah, then be with them. And if something happens that you guys don't work out, then it's not shameful on you, it's not anything bad. As long as you were like being cool and it ended, then it does. 'Cause, you know, things happen for relationships to end.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like don't feel shame if you get the girl and it breaks up, and don't feel shame if you try to holler at her and she said no. Just don't feel bad about it. Just keep going.
Diversify your portfolio, man.
Just keep going, because that was one thing I learned. Like, I learned that every time I always messed up, like with a chick, or like if she didn't want me, she rejected me, I always felt shame on myself. Like,
really?
Yeah, I was always shameful. Like,
well, why would you feel that?
I guess it's an insecurity from, I forgot how I thought about it. I had heard on a podcast, but I forgot how it came up. But I noticed that, like, every time I had a loss, I always was shameful about it, like anything. So, you know, girls are included, because they're all a part of, like, whatever losses I take. Now I don't care, but at the time I used to feel like very shameful to myself, like, damn, bro, like, really you couldn't do that, or really you had to text that, or when none of that makes anything, because anything can happen for somebody not to text you back.
Yep.
Like,
and women, so men look to go actually and see if a woman matches them. Women look to dismatch them or not match. So guys will see, oh, she has a nice smile, oh, she's career driven, okay, I like her. And then women are like, oh, I don't even like his teeth, or I don't like the way how he dresses. Women look to disqualify you, and men look to qualify. So, and just know that. And then if you're overweight, you're drinking, smoking hella shit, like, you know, those are bad habits, and a lot of women are going to disqualify you right off the bat just based on one of those 3. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be the best you can be. Focus, and in the beginning, it should just be like focusing on becoming the best you can be. That way, if you do end up in a situation where you are wanting to, you know, progress something with the female, that you find that she has the same values, you already spent some time with her, you already understand where she's at, then you can bring the best to the table. You know what I'm saying? You want to bring gold to the table. You don't want to bring fucking coal. You know what I'm saying? So,
and even for you.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying, and even for you, because if you think about it, like, when it comes to girls, they get basically everything for doing nothing. Like, they get treated on all these things, they get all this attention, they get these, like, you know, if a girl hooks up with, like, the manager of a store, she can get promoted, while you as a guy are, like, busting your ass, like, working as hard as you can, maybe working more than 40 hours a week, just to have a little something to be like, okay, girl, hopefully you like me, when she hasn't do anything and she gets everything she wants. So it's like, don't worry about the girl at all, period, brother, because you're always gonna get like, you're always gonna get disqualified, like how you said, like. Well, I wasn't saying brother to you. I meant brothers like.
No, I got you. I got you. Damn, bro, like that?
No. I just like, wait a minute.
No. I know what you mean, though. Yeah,
but that was cool. But, but seriously, it's just that. It's just It's always work. Just work on yourself. I know it gets a little thirsty out there. I know the girls aren't coming along.
Some of y'all fucking like quenched, bro. It's not even thirsty. It's quenched.
I was thinking something funny though. I was like. And it's not disrespect, but it's the truth. Like, I was like, man, like, all the times that I was super simped over a girl, was super beta with those girls, I was like, at least they were cool looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least it was like, I guess it makes sense why he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least it's like, I mean, I wouldn't do it. You know, like, somebody was like telling me, like, maybe they wouldn't agree why I did it, but at least, like, okay, at least, like, I mean, she was bad, so it's cool.
I recommend you guys, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with everything what they say, but it's good to hear different opinions. You know, you don't want to be stuck in your own, bubble. Mm-hmm. But Fresh and Fit, they have a great podcast. I enjoy them. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that they talk about is they talk about how women are born with their value. Like, as a little girl, they are, oh, you're a little princess, oh, you're this, oh, you're that, and because you're so cute, you get accolades, you get this, you get that, you become, you have value, you're born with the value. Whereas as a man, you have to create your value. You have to actually go out there and do something in the world and actually show not just yourself, but show to your peers and show to other people that you can bring something to the table.
Yeah.
And for women, they don't have to do, I mean, they can bring value, but it's not a requirement. Us guys, we have to. It's survival. For us guys, if we don't bring value, if we don't, start going to college or start working on ourselves or start a business or something, we will starve to death.
Yeah.
A guy will always provide for a female. Like, if she don't have to be like the number one Instagram girl on Instagram, right? There'll be guys flying her out to fucking Florida, Miami, and be like, hey, you want to go have some dinner? I'll take care of you, blah, blah, blah. There's always going to be guys like that. But us guys, there's not going to be a rich fucking 80-year-old lady be like, hey, honey, you want to come in? You want some gummy bears? Me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen that often. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we have to create value in the world. We can't live in Disneyland. You know what I'm saying? We have to actually go out there and make ourselves be productive, go to work, fucking wake up early, work long hours so we can actually provide for ourselves, and then if we end up finding a cool female, provide for her and the kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to provide. That's what we do as men.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of, there's a reason why for that. And there's a reason why men have a higher sperm count, and there's a whole evolutionary biology thing I can go into, but that's a whole separate topic.
Yeah.
But we have to create our value. So if you want to be able to, get high quality women, you got to go out there, put in the work, go get a career, whether that means going to college or working a dangerous job like construction or roofing or in the oil rigs or something where you're going to be, getting your hands dirty. Mm-hmm. You could make cool money that way. You can be in tech, or work in the medical field and be a doctor. You want to be able to bring something to the table. And if you want to be able to make, you want to have all these houses and all these cars or live a certain type of lifestyle, we don't got to worry about money no more. Well, you got to educate yourself, however that is. It could be like I said, business, career, or, career could be several things. So you got to figure out what to do. We can't just sit on our hands and be like, I'm going to wait for Princess Charming to come and save me. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen.
Yeah, don't work like
It's not going to happen. She's not going to come in riding on a white stallion and save her ass. No, you got to save her ass. Because if you don't, you will starve and you will die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
I 100% agree. So yeah, man, that's why, like, I know it's nice. You see a fine female, mean, there's a whole million of them, but I know how it feels like to see one and like, damn, you know. But you're gonna think that, and she's not even gonna think that, and then you have nothing to show for it anyways. So,
exactly. You don't have nothing to bring to the table.
Yeah. So, nah, man. Yep. Like you were saying, man. Yep. Stay focused. Level up. Like, yeah, man. Screw all that. Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Women have options nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Women are gonna. An average woman in Idaho can, like I said, a 6 or 7 out of 10. You know, she's gonna get flown out, private dinners, fucking mansion parties, yacht parties. Like, she got options.
Hell
and
yeah.
so you gotta have that mindset. Like, I got options, but in order for you to, you know, you want a good, you know, female and stuff like that, you gotta bring something to the table.
Yeah.
And if you don't bring anything to the table, then you're screwed, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna lie with you. You're screwed. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, she's not gonna date a homeless guy. Like, she's not gonna date a couch surfer. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like,
yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, because for real, like, if she's talking to like 5 dudes and you're one of them, right? And you're inviting her to, hey, let's go to the movies. And I mean, I'm not saying every single girl's gonna do this, so I'm not saying all girls. I'm just saying a good majority of girls. You're gonna tell me, hey, let's go to the movies. Another guy that she probably likes the same about you, had the same attraction like as you, like whatever, and he invites her to, I don't know, the Cheesesteak Factory. I'm pretty sure she's gonna go to the Cheesecake Factory instead of with you, like, because she knows how much that shows a lot, so she knows how much value this guy has just by that date alone.
and fellas, that, you know, we're talking about females and messaging shit. Y'all stop with the, hey, what's up, shorty, let's go. Like,
What you doing, little mama?
Yeah, what you doing, little mama?
Yeah,
Stop with all this cat calling bullshit. You know. Come on, man. Try to be a little creative, at least. You know what I'm saying? You don't be just such a fucking average Joe, bro. Like, the fuck out of here with that shit. If she likes you, she likes you. If she doesn't, she doesn't. What? Why do you care? Why are you putting so much emphasis on her liking you? Does it matter? Does it matter to you that much? You know. You want to find somebody who's down for you. You don't want to be in a relationship or in a situationship where you're with somebody who doesn't even give a shit about you or your career or your values. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be able to do something. You want to be able to be with somebody who actually cares and gives a shit about you. Because the worst thing you can be is be with somebody who doesn't care. And yes, that's even worse than being single. Because being single, at least you know who you are, you care about yourself, you're looking for a career, you're driven, you're focused, stuff like that. But if you're with somebody who's just gonna bring you down, that is the worst feeling ever, and it sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been there. It's not the best feeling. You know, so you want to be with somebody who's down for you, and if she messages you, cool. If she doesn't like you, it's cool. But don't put her on a pedestal, man. First of all, you're showing that you have less value to her, and second of all, you're showing that you are valuing external validation than yourself. So think about that.
Oh yeah, and like we're not trying to bash nobody or anything like that. It's just this is 28 years, almost 29 years now.
Hey.
I'm almost there.
29
of experience of coming from simp to being being beta, being simps, to maturing as men and eventually growing into our masculinity and going on with life. So it's not like that we're trying to get on anybody. It's just we've lived through all that. We've done all those mistakes. We've sent those messages we shouldn't have. We've gotten angry about no response. Like, we've been in it. Especially like I've been in it a lot of times. So it's not like it's not nothing to be. And now I learn like it's nothing to be shameful for. At the time it was when it used to happen to me. But the more I realize, the more I just get more into my masculine and stay on my grind, the more eventually it's gonna show. And all those people who rejected me, all those people who laughed at me, all those people who laugh at me all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all gonna see, and they're gonna be the ones hitting me up on the low key, like, hey, what's up, Angel? How you doing? You know? Oh, nice place. Oh,
but I think it goes even beyond that, which is you're not putting so much emphasis on external validation. What I mean by that is, some people who are not gonna give a shit about you, and you know what? That's okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
You know what? I don't give a shit about you either. So let's. I want people who are my team who actually give a shit about me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want fucking snowflakes on my team. I want the real deal. You know, I want boulders. I want people who are ready to go out there and move some rock, and you know what I'm saying? People who are willing to go out there and give a shit about you. Because let's be honest, what's worse, right? We're gonna pick what's worse. We're gonna play the game show. What's worse? Okay, what's worse? Being single and stuff like that, and doing your own thing, or being in a relationship with somebody who doesn't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
Or doesn't care about what your dreams are. Or doesn't care about your goals.
Yeah, like I've been single for how long now? And
number 2 is the worst. I'll tell you that for a fact.
Yeah.
For a fact, because now you're in a situation where you're with somebody. There's feelings involved and stuff like that, and now you're stuck pretty much. Like you feel like you're stuck, but you shouldn't feel like that. You should just first of all leave that person because they're not the best for you, and they're not bringing the best out of you. If the person brings the worst out of you, that's already a red flag that's probably not the right person for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because being by yourself, you're focused on your goals, you're focused on your dreams, you know your worth, you know you have I don't know, just like a clear mind.
Yeah, and it also comes down to respect. Why would you want to be with somebody who doesn't respect you? Who, like, I'm not saying like, oh, you have to respect me, but why would you want to be with a girl who doesn't respect you? If she doesn't respect you, obviously she's gonna either cheat on you or she's gonna be doing some crap behind your back. So why would you want to be with this person? And I think that's what a lot of like, I learned that from myself. Like as being a beta, as being a simp, I learned that I didn't have any respect for myself, and that if girls were gonna walk all over me and still like laugh at me and I still would hit them up even though I knew all of this was happening, what the hell was that saying about me? Like what was I portraying? Like that I basically is somebody that nobody has to respect, and that I can be walked on all I want. And it's like that's something that you want to have. You want to grow yourself, like respect, because at the end of the day, man, it's like kind of like how you were saying, like it's just like you don't want to how was it? Dang, I lost it. But yeah, basically just that self-respect. Like you want to be with somebody who really wants to be there for you, who's got your back, who really wants to be with you, not somebody who doesn't even care about you.
Yeah.
So I think to me, self-respect. I think that's like the biggest thing. That's where you're able to actually move more better in an abundance than have a scarcity mindset with women. Because you know what you bring, and screw it, hey, they don't like you, but you're more able to walk away because you have that respect for yourself. Like I don't even care. But it doesn't mean go out there and be a freaking douche to girls who reject you. You just move on like a G, man. And if they disrespect you, then that's a different story. But yeah.
And so we're talking about disrespect. Let's talk about accountability, okay? Fellas, stop it. Stop validating these females. Stop buying fucking trips. Stop, doing all this stuff, sending money, all this shit. That's bad, bro. Like, you're putting poison in the water supply. And what I mean by that is, every time you do that shit, you're allowing females to get away with it. You're giving them the time of day. You're giving them their attention that they need, and you're saying it's okay if I treat you like shit. It's okay if I'm late. It's okay to do this and that. So every time you reply to her DMs and she doesn't reply back, every time you go out there and go and comment on her Instagram and stuff like that, and you're still trying to get with her and stuff like that, bro, you need to stop that shit. If she really fuck with you, you would know.
Yeah.
In different ways. You know what I'm saying? But if she doesn't hit you back, why are you putting all this energy on somebody who doesn't give a shit about you? So, accountability. That's a big word. A lot of people don't like that word. It's like commitment. Like, that's another big word a lot of people don't like nowadays. Commitment and accountability, right? Accountability. So, guys, be accountable for your actions. If you're going to be doing shit like that, then don't be surprised if another girl takes your you buy them a YSL purse and leaves your ass. Yeah. Or buys or expects a vacation to Tulum or Spain because you keep flying them to Miami. You know what I'm saying? So understand that every time you do that shit, you're not just affecting yourself, you're affecting other men. So if you don't care, if you don't give a shit about other men, then you should might as well just get the fuck out of dating scene, because you don't deserve. What you're doing is very toxic. You're enabling certain type of females to take advantage of men, and that's not cool. And then on the flip side, men, you got to be also accountable for the females. And what I mean by that is, if she's late, if she does things that are hella shady, like, you need to be straight up with her. Like, you know what? Hey, this isn't cool. You know, I've been waiting here for half an hour. You said you were going to be here. So you know what? You're going to buy drinks this time. Because I value my time. You should value yours. And that's not cool what you did. And if you go out there and you keep just being hella people pleasing.
Yeah,
I hate saying beta.
Passive. I would say passive.
Yeah, but
Passive.
being like people pleasing, not putting boundaries and shit like that. Well, they're gonna take advantage of you. They're gonna take you to the fucking cleaners, and they're gonna wipe your ass out.
Hell yeah.
The only thing you're gonna be left with is the shirt on your shoulder, because you're not gonna have an apartment. You're not gonna have a fucking nothing. You're just gonna be some idiot where she just took you to the fucking cleaners. You know what I'm saying? That's all you're gonna have. So, fellas, you know, be accountable. If she does something like that, you know, put boundaries. Like, hey, this was hella uncool. Like, you got me waiting for 2 hours, and now you're gonna now you expect me to buy you fucking dinner and do this and do that. Like, fuck that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You owe me something now, because that's not cool. Or you know what? This is not gonna work out. Or you brought your friend, you expect me to pay for her dinner too? Oh, hell no. Because have you heard of this?
Yeah.
There are some females that bring their friends, and they expect the guy to pay for their friend.
Yeah, they're
the
tripping.
Fuck is wrong with these
they're
women?
tripping.
What's going on with these women?
Yeah, and then they get mad, like, oh, he's a cheap ass, he's broke, he can't pay for him. It's like, what? Ain't nobody asked you to bring your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
I agreed to pay for your dinner, not for your friends. She's gonna pay for her own dinner. She can come along. If we're gonna do a threesome, then let's go. But,
Hell yeah.
But she's gonna pay for her own dinner.
Hell yeah. And even with flaking too, like, this girl constantly flakes on you, always like, oh yeah, we'll see, or I'm busy, or I got things to do, and you're still constantly hitting her up, trying to kick it. Like, you get to a point where, like, come on, Maji, like, you.
Read between the lines, brother.
Yeah, like, I mean, sometimes, I don't know, there's like there's an in between. Some men say that, like, I wouldn't never hit her up again, or others say, hey, you know, things happen. If she flicks again after the first time, then that's it. Then I cut her off. So it just depends on you how you want to go about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. That's just like also something to really notice. Like, pay attention to how girls act. Cause
you're very generous, because I wouldn't tolerate that shit.
No,
I'm not.
Me it depends. Me it depends on the girl. It just depends.
Because I mean, girls will give you hints. Like,
yeah,
she may not. So she's women are not direct. You know, they speak womanese. Okay, so you need to be able to interpret that shit. If she's not texting you all the time, or if she's not texting you like before, if you're texting more than she is, if she's giving you hint, if she's always busy, supposedly, if she's always going out of town, you know, things. She's always gonna like, when somebody wants to meet you up, they are gonna find a way to meet you up.
Yeah. Whether
they're out of town, they just got drunk, this and that, they will find ways if they're really interested. If a person doesn't give a shit, then they're gonna find an excuse, any little excuse. There's a fucking rabbit, across the road and I accidentally ran over. Oh shit, now I can't go. I woke up late, my alarm went off, and all of a sudden my grandma needs to go to the hospital. Shit like, there's always an excuse. So if a woman is doing that to you, just don't tolerate it. I would say just move on, because if she's always giving you excuses, or she's always she's not texting back, you got to read between the lines. Women speak in a different language than men. Men are more direct, women are not. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's not better or worse, it's just different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, as guys, we gotta understand the hints.
Yeah.
Women will give you hints. They'll leave you a crumb trail.
Yeah. You'll get to that point. And yeah, I mean,
if they like you, trust me, you'll know when they like you.
Yeah.
You know when they like you.
Yeah.
You'll also know when they don't like you anymore, or they lose interest.
Yeah. You can just feel it. You can feel when a girl who liked you doesn't like you like that anymore. You can feel it.
Just look at the text messages. I mean, I bet if I had 2 different text messages, right? One with the woman that's interested and the other one that's not, you can just see it's like night and day.
Yeah.
You just got to be aware of it.
Yeah, true. So yeah, that's something to look out for too. That's it goes with accountability too. It's just just kind of know, just cut it off,
awareness, just being aware.
Yeah, just cut it off. alright, we're out.
Cut your losses, you know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not even a loss. It's just like, hey, she wasn't with it. That's it. You just move on. That's how.
I mean, wait, cut your losses meaning like, oh, you already spent this much, you already invested so much time, so cut it while you know, cut it at the bud. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait. Yeah. Don't wait till you are already on a date and she gives you a chance because she thinks you're a nice guy and this and that.
She got nothing to do.
Yeah, she got nothing to do, or she don't got no excuse. Like, come on, man, bro. Then you're wasting more time, more money, more energy, like all that, you know.
No, for real, and yeah, it's just like sometimes you get like at the time I used to say it was lucky, right? But sometimes, and also too, like it's just things happen for a reason. But I think I'm just sugarcoating it. Like there are times too though where like, but it's like hella years later or like super months later where the girl that you asked out whatever, like she said nah, and then you know you cut contact whatever, and then randomly you guys start talking again and bam, you hang out with her, and sometimes you're lucky you get to hit those. But things like at the time it's like, oh yeah, that's freaking cool, but now thinking about it, it's like nah, because you literally waited and put all this effort for all this time when you could have met hella more different girls, or met the girl that you really wanted. Exactly. That's why it's like
you invested all this time, energy, and effort for somebody who was very lukewarm with you.
Yeah.
Where you could have spent that same amount of time, energy, and effort on somebody who actually digs you.
Yeah. Who's actually gonna be there? Who's actually not gonna just leave?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because remember, women like to keep men in their back pocket. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, I'm bored. I'm gonna hit this guy up. He's cool. Or, oh, this guy is pretty good with their hands. Let me hit him up and see if he can fix my tire or fix my this or fix my that, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no. There are women that are like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's not uncommon. I'll say that.
It's not uncommon for the guys to do those things.
Yeah, because they know that the guy's just gonna be hanging around in this weird space, not friend. I mean, she kind of friend zoned the guy. Yeah. But she's not saying she friend zoned the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll see, maybe.
Yeah.
Later down the road.
She's not confident in her decision making that she's, you know, that you're cool.
Yeah.
In the sense of like being a potential either hookup, relationship, or anything. You haven't displayed enough of your, you haven't displayed enough leadership ability where she feels confident, where you can lead something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or she just doesn't, like I said, it may not even be that deep. It could just be she doesn't like she doesn't like a certain nationality, or she prefers something else, or she doesn't think that you're cool. Like, I don't know. There's a million reasons why women.
Or she has a boyfriend.
Or she has a boyfriend.
Or something, yeah.
Like, again, women look to disqualify men.
Yeah.
Men look to qualify women.
Yeah, that's true. That's how I've always been. Like. Yeah. Yeah, like, every time I liked the girl, it was like, I always saw, like, the things she had that was cool. That's why I wanted to like her. It was never, like, the other way. Maybe I should start doing that. Start disqualifying them.
Yeah, dude. Like, have standards. Like, it's cool to have. It's cool to have standards.
Yeah. No, definitely. Because again, it goes down to like self-respect.
Exactly. Yeah. Putting boundaries and shit. Yeah. Not allowing them to step over boundaries. Accountability. You know, like I said, because nowadays with the internet, women get away with a lot of shit. But it's not their fault though. It's our fault. Yeah. Meaning it's the guy's fault because we validate them. We like their posts. We comment everything. We, you know,
super thirsty out there.
Messaging all the female. Like, it's just like, y'all need to stop, bro. Like, like, it's cool. Like, I respect men who shoot their shot.
Yeah.
But shoot your shot. Be creative. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so lazy. Hey, what's up? How you doing? If you ain't making 6 figures or $1 million, she ain't gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, no.
If you go like that, if you're a little bit more creative, a little bit more courage, yeah, she might give you a shot.
Yeah. There'll be something fresh, something new for her. Like, oh, what the heck? Like,
exactly. Yeah. I mean, the best way is to actually approach a woman in person. You know.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, a lot of guys are not ready for that.
Do some cold approaches.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's the best, bro.
That's the best way. That's the best way. Yeah. You learn, and you learn right away if they like you or not.
Yeah.
It saves everybody time, money, and energy.
For real. Instead of hoping, like,
yeah, exactly. I hope she likes me.
Oh, she responds.
Oh my god. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. You want to go home, go to church.
Yeah, I think if I would talk to a girl like on social media, it would be because there's no way I know I'm gonna see this girl. So like, I'm not like that, but like, if like I don't know, for example, we went to high school, whatever, and I know I haven't seen her since high school, well then yeah, of course I'm gonna hit her up because I haven't seen her since high school. Why would I not? Because I haven't ran into her.
But see, the thing is, you already known her, right? You already established a relationship, and you've already established not a relationship, but you've already established a connection with her. Which is different than I see what you're saying. Which is different than randomly going on Instagram and searching up female DMs and then trying to slide into the DMs.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a dope ass profile, probably, but not right now. It'd be very hard.
Yeah,
very hard to get a one number. Yeah, I'd rather just cold approach.
It's the best way, bro.
Yeah. So good luck, fellas.
You don't have to say you don't have to be nothing. You just be yourself. Just to be like, hey. I noticed that you have women like when you give compliments that are other than her looks, or you can like start a conversation that leads somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it could be she's wearing a nice dress, you compliment her on that, or you're at the grocery store and you notice something in her car and you start a conversation based on that. You make it funny, flirtatious, and then towards the end you get the number. You attempt, you ask for it. And then see what happens.
Oh yeah,
that's the best way to do it. To be honest with you, but there's different. Certain guys are not at that level yet, and it's okay as long as you're built up to that.
Yeah, as long as you like you said, get there.
Yeah, build on yourself, work on yourself more. Yeah,
take on little do little things here and there to up your game
exactly
until you get there. Yeah, because there's no way one person who's been sipping their whole life and then the next day oh hey, go cold approach,
transform,
go cold approach her, go get her number whoa, what do you mean?
there's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
So it's funny. I celebrated one of my sister's graduation.
Ooh,
one of my sisters graduated.
Congrats.
She's hella smart. She graduated microbiome. It's fucking crazy.
Ayo.
So it was funny because I was just curious. So we were drinking and stuff like that. And we were just having a good time. And I was asking my sisters these questions because I think it's very interesting, just to get a female perspective. I'm like, so what would you rather have? Would you rather have a guy approach you, cold approach you, or would you rather have a guy slide into the DMs? And most of the women that answered were like, I want a guy to go actually a cold approach because it doesn't happen so often anymore. And these are a female perspective, right? And they've met different guys, they've had different types of they've had experience in dating and guys and stuff like that. So I was just curious, and yeah, most of them said they want some guy to actually come out there and be confident and actually go approach them and stuff like that versus sliding into DMs. There's only one person that said they'd rather have it's equal, but the only way they would even give them a chance if they slide into the DMs is if they actually if they were creative in their messaging and it wasn't catcalling or just some plain message or something.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. That's cool that you asked. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's nice to get the perspective.
I was just interesting on the female perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, it helps you out too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, then you know what to do. Yeah, no, that's cool. No, I totally agree with that. No, yeah, I think cold approach is super underrated. I think it's the biggest cheat code.
It is. Man.
Yeah, I don't do it often, but I like when I do cold approaches because I feel way better when I do it. Because it's I see a girl, she's bad. And I'm like, all right, at least I went over there. At least I said something to her, whatever, right? Even if she denies me, I'm like, at least I did it. At least I did. I mean, they were walking the opposite way, but I think it was on Saturday. I was going to my brother's house, and it was
back.
And it was these two chicks, and they're just walking their way, and I'm walking my other way, but we're on the same sidewalk, and it's just to tell them hey, ladies, I mean, I wasn't going to a party or anything, but it was just just to tell them hey, ladies, hey, party's this way, that way I was headed to, and it feels cool because it's just they were laughing but they're on their way, and it just feels cool to just know that you did it, at least just to know in yourself you have that confidence that you can see something you like, see someone you like, you know, and you're able to at least try, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, of course we want to succeed, at least get a number or something, but it's nice to know that, like, hey, like, at least you tried, at least you went for it, at least something. Because, hell yeah, like, I don't know, you have only one life, and I think using your energy and your time on the right things, or it's gonna help you advance to everything that you want to get. And girls aren't the whole universe, so don't ever put that on yourself. And you know, you can always, like, if you have no friends or you don't have like somebody in your life that can help guide you, there's a ton on YouTube that you can go check out. Like the roommates are a good example. Fit and Fresh are another one. Like, it's cool just to hear like male perspectives that have this masculine energy behind them that you're able to, you know, learn and grow from and better yourself and ultimately achieve everything you want. To me, I feel like I'm not all about trying to get the girl, like, at all. Like, before I was like, you know, I'm doing all this for the girl, but it's not even like that no more. Like, I don't even feel like that no more. Like, I'm just more like, I'm just trying to better myself, because I see how it is, and I'd rather just I'd rather just work on myself. So yeah, guys, just stay on it, and if you ever see a girl you like and you want to say something to her, you don't even have to get at her. Like, if you're not at that level yet, but she's bad, at least you say something to her. At least, like, hey, what's up? Or, hey, you got a nice jacket, and you keep walking. Or, I don't know. Or, you know, if you're able to say something, hey, what's up? Like, what are you up to? But yeah, I don't know. I think just going for it is cool.
You talking about shooting your shot in person?
Yeah, because I was saying, like, I didn't even Mac, but, like, when I was, like, heading over to my brother's house, I was in San Francisco, and there's, like, these two girls that are bad, but they were dressed up like they were going somewhere, and, you know, I'm going to my brother's house, and I was like, I gotta say something, like, I gotta say something, because I'm not no lie, when I got off a bar, it was, like, bad chick after bad chick after bad chick, and I'm like, bro,
so many options.
I was like, I gotta say something,
yeah,
like, I gotta say something to somebody, even, like, not even to, like, get a number, but at least just say something, like, come on, like, at least talk to one of them. And then, anyway, so then I was, like, on my way, and these two girls were walking, and I was like, I can't really Mac on both of them, it'd be hard for me, because I don't really have practice on two girls and one guy, like to try and get one number from them.
That's a different video.
So like, they would come like, hey ladies, like, where y'all going? Party's the wrong way. And then they started laughing like, ha, no, it's this way. And then I was like, hi. And then, you know, but they were like walking fast, so I knew they weren't gonna stop. But, you know, just I had that smile just for me to say, like, at least I said something was cool.
There you go. Yeah.
Because for me, like, I felt like that was a win. I was like, at least all these fine chicks, and at least I went up to somebody. I didn't, like, not say anything, because that would bother me more. Just knowing that there's all these chicks, and I'm just like, damn, you couldn't even say hi, you couldn't even say hello. Like, come on, like, say something. Eventually, just doing those little things, you're gonna get to the hello confidently. The hello to the number, hello to, you know, instant date. You never know. Hey, what are you doing? Nothing. Let's go get a coffee real quick.
Dude,
right.
I was listening to
that's dope.
I was listening to a podcast called Women's Speak. It's by Marnie, the Wing Girl.
Oh, okay.
And she was talking to me about. She was talking to this guy.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Nah. She was talking to me. No. I was listening to her.
She was saying to your DMs.
That'd be weird because she's married.
Oh, crap.
No, but she was interviewing this guy. I guess he's a male coach. And he helps men build themselves up so they can go out and approach females. And one of the things he says is actually have a conversation with the woman and then see if you can actually have like an Insta-Date, which is like date like right then and then, be like, oh, so what time are you off? Oh, so we should grab da-da-da-da, and just like flow that conversation, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so many women that are just, it's just so rare nowadays because everything's online and everything's, you know, guys, you know, are having trouble with this new, like, because it is like a new thing where it's like there's this ideology that believes that men are less than women, and it's it's affecting a lot of guys, and a lot of guys are becoming radical. What I mean by radical is they're like hating women and stuff like that, or they don't know how to get into their masculine. So when you do go out there and you approach a woman, it's just a different type of caliber of man that's doing that. It's not every guy, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so when a guy actually does shoot a shot, a woman will appreciate it more than sliding into the DMs. But anyway, they were talking about that aspect, and they were talking about how it's so rare that guys go out there and shoot their shot and do an Insta-Date. Like, then one of the other wing girls, she's like, I never had that. Like, I would wish a guy would actually do that.
Man, cap.
And she's like, she's pretty fine. She's a good looking female.
Oh yeah, it's even harder.
So no, but I mean
harder for her. That's what happened for her, you know, because she's fine. Like, there's no guy. Yeah, there's no guy.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they're not gonna want to Insta-Date.
I would think it would be more. I would think it would be the opposite. But you're right.
Yeah, if she's fine, hey, I'm gonna lie. There's sometimes fine girls who stop me. Like, it's not like I'm scared of them, but I stop because of how fine they are. Like, I'm like, oh damn, like, and they just pass me, and I'm like, fuck, like she was bad, but it's like it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
like starstruck. You look at
I'm gonna lie. Sometimes some girls are just, they're hella fine. I'm just like, oh shit. I don't like feel less or anything. It's just like it just throws me off. Like, oh damn, I'm like, damn, she's fine. Like, so I would say I'd be hard for her.
Yeah, I think her name is Kristen.
Oh, nice.
She has a website called Kristen and Chill, but she helps guys like develop bantering skills and flirting and shit.
Nice.
But yeah, she was like, I never been on like an Insta-Date, like a date that just happened right then and there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that she wishes that some guy would actually do something like that. So guys, like, I'm just saying, like,
yeah, for real.
There's nothing worse than not doing anything.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a lot of like Starbuckses or like Jamba Juices or stuff like that around where you live, like, so that'd be a good spot. I think, like, if you wanted to do like an Insta-Date, it's like perfect. Like, just talking with a girl and then like, oh hey, let's go get a juice real quick, and she's like, all right, then it's like, alright, cool, and then there's your date. Then you're on a date, and then from there, just whatever happens.
If she wants that vitamin D. No, I'm kidding.
Honestly, sometimes girls probably aren't even doing anything. They go out at that moment because they got nothing else to do. And then if they just so happen to run into somebody who's like not doing anything either, and they have a good connection, I mean, it's a win-win for both.
Exactly.
So, that's why you never know, man. You never know when you go talk to somebody.
That could have been that female that you end up going out and stuff like that on a date.
And if she's crazy, at least you know you dodged the bullet.
Hey!
Like she does something like weird, you can just be like, alright, well, hey, it was nice to meet you, and then you can just go.
Yeah,
instead of going on a date, and
at least you're gonna know right then and there if she likes you or not. And that's one thing. And then two, like, let's say she doesn't even have a dude, but she makes that excuse. She probably doesn't even like you, so you're gonna get that instant feedback right away, and it's just gonna save you so much time, effort. Plus, it allows you to develop your social skills. A lot of guys are not socially,
they don't have a lot of practice.
Yeah. So just to practice your social skills, and if you if she doesn't like you, then oh well, there's a million other fucking women around your areas. You can go out there and shoot your shot at them. So
yeah, for real.
As long as you're practicing and you're trying, I think that's better than nothing, right? And then of course the best way to do it is like you go up with confidence, you're secure, you wear something nice, you don't smell, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look, you gotta smell good.
I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah. Hygiene, fellas. You need to really take care of yourself. I mean, we'll go back to it, but
go for it. Yeah, I want to go down this road. Let's go.
Yeah, we really got to stay on your hygiene, like, for sure. Like I know it's a lot of work, because that's what it might feel like, but nah, man, like, you really got. I'm gonna sound very narcissistic right now, but YOLO.
Hey.
I feel like, like, you really got to take care of yourself. Like, you got to take care of your face. You really got to take care of your skin. You need to stay, you got to shower. You need to take care of your body odor. You got to make sure everything's good. Your nails are cut. Your toenails are cut. Your stash is on point. Your hair is on point. Like, it's a lot of things. I mean, I'm still working on it. Like, before I used to not ever care about it. Like, man, it's like, I don't know what the word is. I can't think of it right now. but like men's health, I guess. Like, I never really cared about it. I was just like, whatever, you know, I'm somewhat good looking, that should work, right? But I noticed that, like, the more I really started really taking care of myself, like actually, you know, moisturizing my face and cutting my nails and trying to dress a little better and getting in shape and, you know, try to live a more healthier lifestyle, I noticed I got even more confidence that when I go out, I've noticed that, like, before, like, I don't know if it's because I've been working out or what, but I've noticed that, like, and I noticed it when I went to the city too with another 2 pair of girls. Like, before, I don't know, 10 pairs, man, that's a sign.
Damn, bro.
I don't know, it's a sign. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, it's a sign. I don't know, right? But I would notice that before, like, when girls would see me, like, they would turn away quickly, right? Like, quickly. And I always felt bad, like, damn. But I've noticed it lately since I've been really working out, like, and really, like, trying to take care of myself now. I noticed that, like, they want to turn around, they go, and then they really look at how I look, and they go right back and they look at me. Now, sometimes I don't really do it because, like, there's no point. But, like, you know, to holler because I'm always doing something, and then it's, like, wrong timing. But, you know, next time I'm going to step down and get the number. But I noticed that, like, that happened when I was in the city, like, with another girl. Like, there was 2 girls, and one of them, like, they looked at me, and then, like, they went like that, and they went right back to me, and I was like, and it kind of surprised me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, none of them used to, like, them just, like, going the other way, but when they were, like, looking back at me, face or something, they were looking at me kind of saying, like, come holler. I was like, just
giving you the green light.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh shit, it's real. But yeah, man, it's just, it's like, it's crazy. Like, how much you, like, as a man, you really need to take care of yourself. And I also think about it too, like, when I get older, I don't want my skin to be, I mean, it's gonna happen, but I want my skin to be as healthy as I can at 60. So start now. Start as soon as you can. Really take care of yourself.
Yeah, we're talking about.
I can't. What's it called though?
Men's health is a good way.
Yeah.
Because it's like it also incorporates hygiene, right? But also incorporates, like, style and, you know, your diet. Like, you're eating a bunch of shitty food. That also affects other stuff, you know. Everything is incorporated, right? So, how much you go to the gym, or how much you work out, or take care of yourself, do you fast, you know. You want to be able to, if you want to be able to attract a lot of females, you got to be the best you can be. And I'm not saying have a 6-pack washboard abs. I'm not saying I'm not saying all that, because for some people it's very difficult to achieve that, you know, that level, or it's, you know, like, for myself, I don't care what people think, but to be honest with you, I don't want 6-pack abs, because I want to be able to enjoy other stuff. There's other things I can do that I won't be able to if I had a 6-pack abs. Like, I wouldn't be able to enjoy, like, you know, I got a sweet tooth. I also like, you know, eating chips and stuff like that. Every once in a while, I don't do it, you know, I don't make it a habit, but I want to be able to enjoy that kind of stuff.
But you could though.
I know, but it's not something that, for me personally,
I'm not saying you can.
Personally, that's not something that it's like, oh my god, I need to have it. It's not something that I want to achieve, because I don't want it. I don't want it, to be honest with you. But I do want to be the best shape I could be. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to have that extreme lifestyle where I can't even enjoy my life, because I think, personally, this is my opinion, I want to be able to enjoy my life. And if I go to that extreme, I'm not going to be able to enjoy stuff. I'm not going to be able to go out. I'm not really going to be able to, you know, like, I went, like I said, on Saturday was, you know, graduation. I wouldn't be able to go out and drink. I wouldn't be able to enjoy the food out there. Like, you would have to be, like, really dialed in and stuff like that. It's super. I mean, I would say a discipline, but another level discipline. And I don't want to. Personally, that's not something that.
That's not what you want.
That's not something that I enjoy. So I want to enjoy another type of level of. I still want to have some comfort. But I'm more disciplined in other things. So, like I said, I like to eat. You know, once in a while, I like to have ice cream. Once in a while, I like to have chips. Once in a while, I like to do stuff. So that, to me, that's not very. I don't care what people think at this point, but that's not something that I would want. Other people, go for it. Go, you know, have a 6-pack. Have, you know, all that you want.
Wide shoulders, trad.
Like I said, other stuff I would do. Like I like doing push-ups. I like doing, you know, stuff like that. But I just, it just 6-pack abs to me is not my. That's not my forte.
Yeah.
And you know what? Someone who talks about it, Tom Billiard talks about it too. Like at one point he was obsessed. Like I'm not kidding. Like obsessed about getting 6-pack, and then eventually he got to the point where he ended up having it. But the thing is, the amount of sacrifice you have to have 6-pack abs is a shit ton.
Yeah.
You have to sacrifice a lot, and you're gonna have to live a very narrow lifestyle that a lot of people won't. You're not gonna be able to do a lot of things. So if you do want to have that, it's gonna be a shit ton of work, one, and you have to get rid of a shit ton of food. You're not gonna be able to eat a lot of food, and that's a very. It's like for some people they really like it. They really like having the 6-pack. It's cool. Yeah. But it's a very small bandwidth. One, like I said, it's a lot of discipline, and two, some people just can't achieve it. Like, genetically wise, they just their body. I forgot what the name of it. Their body won't allow it to have that. So.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
But just be the best you can be. You know what I'm saying? My point is just be the best you can be. Don't be fucking overweight, all that kind of stuff. Like work on your health, make sure you don't have diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, all that stuff. Try to make sure you I won't say eliminate it, but lessen your chance of it.
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah. Like, so those would be cool things. Like, like staying in shape at least. Like you said, your style. You also got to work on the mental game too. You also got to work on, because it's men's health overall. It's like in the physical world, and then it's also inside you, like your mental world. You also got to make sure how you talk to yourself. You also got to make sure what you're listening to and who you're listening to. Yep. You also got to make sure how you can learn and get better skills at whatever you think that you need to work on. And those are also things too that you have to do. It's like it's a lot that we get asked. Just to be a man, just to be something out there in the sexual market value or marketplace. Like, it's a lot that we get asked as men to do in order to compete just for the bad chicks. But I think it's always all worth it, because you feel a million times better when you really get on your grind and really try to get into that. Try to give yourself a chance in the marketplace. Like, it really feels nice. Like, it's like, damn, that's dope. Everything I'm doing, even though it sucks. Like, not like sucks, but I mean, sometimes you don't want to do nothing like that. Like today, like I was supposed to work out. I didn't work out. I was like, nah, I'll work out tomorrow. So it's like there's days where I'm like, nah, nah, I don't want to. Like, I'm cool. But it's just like, but as long as you stay with it, like, you feel way better in the market, because you really feel like, to me, like, I really feel like I got a shot now than I ever did before. Like, I really know the moment I walk out the house, I got a chance, no matter what, because of so much work I put in to get to that, to give myself a little chance to go for girls I really want to be with, So, and even then you still get rejected. But I think, like, that's something that's the reason why there's a lot of things for guys to improve and everything, because if you really want to date somebody or be with somebody, like, there's a lot that you have to put in order to get there. And yeah, and you really feel good about yourself. Like, I really feel good about myself, like, a whole lot. So, and it came from all that grind. It came from all those losses. It came from simping and all that. It came from all that stuff, because I wanted to give myself a chance to compete for girls that I want, that I really want,
rather than just settle, right?
Yeah. Because it's easy to settle.
Super easy. It's super easy to just get comfortable and just be like, you know what? You better like me for me and this and that. It's like, yeah, to a certain extent. Like, you have certain characteristics, but at the same time, if you're not being the best you can be, then at the same time, you're just going to be looking at other markets. This is a worldwide competition, fellas. Yeah. And you be the best you can be.
Yeah. Like, if you don't want to do nothing like that, like, I mean,
if you want a hot ass female and you want her, to be with you and be supportive in your journey and stuff like that, you got to be the best you can be, which means you got to be fit. You gotta eat right in certain aspects. You gotta, try to at least hit the gym. Don't be chubby, stuff like that. Because women are not. If a woman's gonna decide between the chubby dude and the fit dude, she's gonna choose the fit dude.
Yeah. And also too, and goal driven and stuff like that too.
Oh yeah, that's. Yeah. I highly recommend. I don't know if you guys ever heard about the book, but The Superior Man by David Day is just hella good. I've been reading this shit. This shit is like,
man, dope.
It's hella good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's super. Like, what's the first chapter? Let's see. Read like just the first chapter. Not the first chapter, but
yeah, a little bit from it.
Yeah.
Yo.
Stop hoping for completion of anything in life. That's chapter 1 right there.
Damn.
It says it's never going to be over, so stop waiting for the good stuff. That's the first sentence.
Damn. That's dope.
So there you go. Like, it's such a good book. I recommend any guy to read it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you want to be better, you got to consume content that's going to make you better. And that's one of them.
Yeah.
And I also recommend the Roommates podcast. They have a whole channel on YouTube. They have a Patreon if you want to support them. And then there's also Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
They're kind of like the dark side of the Roommates, which is funny because that's how they
that's how
see
they call
themselves.
Yeah,
which is hella funny. But I recommend watching both, and then you can decide because they have similar beliefs and lifestyle, but they have certain things that are a little different. But they have the general goal is helping men improve.
Yeah.
So I recommend those are my recommendations. I don't know if you have any other recommendations like
that.
Yes, for men to look at other channels and improve.
I mean, there is, but it just depends on what the man is looking for. Like the thing I like about the Roommates is that they help men become men. Like they help them get the right skills to become men. They even have like manhood courses and stuff that you pay for, but by the looks of it looks like because of how they are and present themselves, it's like they're good dudes. So I feel they're
gonna give you the value for the buck.
Yeah, so I feel like that's a lot. But if you're looking just to pick up chicks, then there's certain different people out there that you can get. Or if you're all about like the red pill, which is something that's blowing up now, then there's also other people that you can see on there. There's a lot that I listen to, but I would say them two for right now are like the coolest ones, Fit and Fresh and Roommates. Because I like the Roommates for the fact that they really help men improve. Like that's really the thing. And so does everybody else that I listen to. But I don't know, something about the Roommates I feel like they do like the best out of everybody that I've seen so far. So I feel like if you're like in the beginning stages of anything, I think that's where you should start. And then once other content comes from what they're like related to, then jump into those spheres. Because I don't really want to give big recommendations when I know it'd be better to help the people who are at zero than the ones who are like, because people who are like intermediate or kind of have an idea of how, female nature and how life is. I think it's more different for them. But I'd rather start off at zero for the man. So I would say the Roommates. Start off with the Roommates and, enjoy the journey because it's a many one. That's all I gotta say. I think the red pill was one of the meaniest things I learned. Yeah, once I learned the truth, I was like, damn. I took it, man. I took it, and I can never forget. I can never forget the red pill. I already took it. It's like, it's bad now. I can't
medicine.
Yeah, I can't go back no more. I can't go back and be a sin no more. I can't like. Not because that's because once you know like the truth is like. Well,
you find a way to focus on the things you can't control versus things you can't control, and then you just start working on yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Like for real, because you do feel way better. Like ever since then, I feel the best that I've ever felt, and I can only get better the more work I keep putting in. So that's all I've been doing. It's like I just keep putting work because I know it's shown itself all this time. Even like with finances and stuff like that, like it's all gotten better just because of certain steps I did and things I changed up to improve as a man, and even as a father and everything. Just little things I learned along the way to get to where I am. So I know that the work I keep putting in, I'm only gonna get better. Hopefully. But yeah, that's pretty dope. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say? We're gonna start changing things up. So we're on a road right now. You want to announce it?
Yo, what is good? It's your boy Fuego.
Let's go. Go ahead.
All right, guys. So we're on a journey right now to 10 subscribers. Yes. And myself and Fuego y Sonrisa, we have decided that once we get to 10 subscribers, we are open to giving out a gift. We haven't decided on the gift yet, and and once we get to 10, it's going to be the first 10 people that have subscribed in that area from 0 to 10. They're all going to be in the raffle to win it, so we'll let them know and all that. But the only thing we ask is, hey, like, if you want to be in it, just like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, follow us on there too at Fuego y Sonrisa. And yeah, we're just trying to get a winner. We'll have more details as we post them on social media, so you guys can check it out. But we're on a goal to 10. Yes.
yes. Yeah, we want to build our channel. We feel like our content, we try to, we talk about different things. Mm-hmm. We're casual. We're not like, you're not want to, if you want to listen to Harvard and stuff like that, that's cool. But we're all about the Bay Area. We're trying to promote more Bay Area things. We want to be able to, one of our goals is, eventually have like a cool ass, like artist from the Bay Area and just be able to talk to them, have a conversation with them. Mm-hmm. And when we do get to that point, we want to be able to bring them to the podcast and just talk about the Bay, have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So in order to be able to do that, though, we need to have a certain amount of, recognition, I guess would be the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we're just starting. We're not just starting, but we're trying to build. Yeah. And we want to be able to build stuff with our community. So, you have anything else to say?
Yeah. We're just trying to work on it, and continue building. And we know your support helps us. And in the same way, we try to bring as best content as we can every time we make an episode, so that you guys can also succeed in life and you guys have somebody to listen to and also hear fun stuff about the Bay. Especially when we have guests on, it's nice to talk to them about the Bay because it's cool to hear other people's perspectives about what they think about the Bay. And that's all we do. Like, we just try to give out the best content in order for everybody to achieve. Like, I know we're more catered to like men and hoping for them to level up and everything, but we also try to have a little something for everybody. So yeah, your support goes a long way, and 10 subscribers is something I think we can all help each other achieve. And if we blow 10 and we go all the way to 20, then hey, we think of something else to do, and we'll continue as the journey goes. But I think your support is really going to help us out, and is really going to help you guys out, because we're not trying to like sugarcoat or anything like that. We really just try to come out here and have a good time and try to drop knowledge as much as we can in order for everybody to at least learn something from it, or just even if it's for entertainment, at least try to entertain you guys. And yeah, that's what I think about it. But hopefully, let's get it.
Yeah, let's go, man. We can definitely do this.
Yeah.
And like I said, and like Fuego said earlier, there is, we are gonna do like a little raffle, so it's best to your benefit too. And we're gonna try to do this something every so often.
Yeah.
We're gonna post goals, and every time we hit a goal, we're gonna give something back, because that's how we are. So, anything else?
Yeah. And also too, just letting you guys know that we might take a break for this summer on the podcast.
Oh, we are going to take a break.
Yeah, we're taking a break from the podcast. We'll still be posting content and, things that we have from our previous episodes, but we are going to be taking a break for the summer. I'm going to be with my daughter, and I'm trying to enjoy my time with her. I'm still going to be like posting stuff on, on my personal stuff, Fuego Soul Entertainment, but it's not going to be like big projects or anything like that. It's just little things I'm already doing. But besides that, yeah, just for us, we're just gonna take a break, so don't miss us too much while we're gone.
We're gonna still post content though. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're still gonna have clips and stuff like that from our previous podcast, and again, we have it on our Fuego y Sonrisa Instagram. We have TikTok and YouTube, so you guys can still follow us there. Mm-hmm. We'll still post stuff. And then Fuego has his own Instagram, Fuego Soul Entertainment. He's gonna post his own stuff, and I'll still work on projects. I still have my short stories that I like to write. Mm-hmm. It's theshortstoryguy.com, and you'll see more projects coming up in the summer.
Yeah, because we're not trying to rest on it, but just for the podcast,
it's just so that Fuego can actually enjoy his time being with his daughter, and I want to respect him with his time, and I'll like I said, I'll have my own projects I'll be working on, but we'll come back after the summer.
Yeah, we're back, ready to go, and
we'll announce we'll make an announcement. We'll make a post about when we're gonna be back, like a week or two before. That way you guys can tune in.
Yeah, so look out, cause we coming back stronger than ever.
That's how we do it.
All right. Well, if anything else, I think we could.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
All right. So, for you guys all, hope you guys have a great summer. Thank you for everything from all this time that we've been on. Appreciate you guys a lot. Like I said before, don't miss us too much, but you can always feel free to DM or anything. You guys have any ideas or anybody that wants to be on the podcast, we can always work something out for later times. But we're still open to that. But other than that, your boy Fuego is going to say have a great summer. Y'all be safe. Again, I hope you guys had a great Father's Day. And Happy New Year.
Whoa, Happy New Year. You beat me to it. No, I'm kidding. No, I just want to say thank you guys for your support. And, have this time in the summer to improve on yourself. Mm-hmm. Whether that means, if you're having issues mentally or whatever, there is resources out there, like there's betterhelp.com, and there's other, by the way, they don't sponsor us, I'm just saying, like, there's resources out there to help you if you're stuck mentally. There's that kind of stuff. If you want to just lose some weight, now would be a good time. Summer's gonna come on, women are gonna be dressing less, it's gonna be a good time, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and enjoy yourself today. Grab a beer on us. And this is Señor Sonrisa 777. All right. Peace.